Hey you guys, we have had a busy day. Had a graduation meeting for homeschool graduation for Rose because she'll be graduated in May, and we got a new washer, but that's a whole nother story. There's something really funny about the washer I'm gonna have to show you, but right now my son is coming over to give me, I know, wait for it, an aquaponics system. I'm so excited. He built it for his apartment balcony, and it's just a lot to keep up with, and very shady on the apartment balcony, not much sun. So they've been successful at growing some things, but he's kind of done with it. He wants me to take it, and of course if he ever wants it back, I'll give it back to him. And he raises tilapia in the bottom. I mean, it's amazing. So I can't wait to see it. It might be kind of dark when he gets here to set it up for me, but I'll see if I can get a light on it or something while we set it up so I can show you guys, but if not, I'll show you in the morning. But I'm trying to decide where to put it. So I think maybe I found the place. Of course it's in my front yard. Let me show you. Well, I'll show you options. How's that? It's starting to get dark, you guys, so I thought about putting it here, kind of under the eave, so it would be kind of protected and wouldn't, you know, wear as much in the weather. But it's pretty shady there. This is kind of my one option. It's gotten very junky. My homestead is getting junky. I need to do a homestead clean out. But that's one option. And there would be the sound of constant running water, so that would be nice. But the oak tree, when it has leaves, is going to shade that area a lot, and then the house is going to shade it. So, not the best place. You really don't have any other places. That place again, oak tree, very shady. So, I mean, we just had these two beautiful oaks, which is great for animals, for shade, but not so good for growing stuff. I hear that the bees love this, that they come and drink from it. So again, they're pretty shady. I mean, there are some little spots of sun, but pretty shady in the backyard. So, So yeah, this is probably one of my better options right here. And then I'll show you the other option. So here's my front yard garden. So I'm thinking maybe there. The bushes aren't doing great, so it wouldn't be a huge loss. And they don't produce food anyway. So I'm thinking right here by the door. And I could plug it in there. There's an outlet, so an outlet has to be closed for the pump. And there's an outlet back there in the back too. But I'm thinking here it would get sun. It's still pretty protected because it's under the eaves. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna put up there. And I can always move it. It's just some work to drain the tank, get the fish out, you know, move it. The one reason I want it is because the drought was so bad last year that we spent probably more money with water than we did getting produce out of our garden. So that was really frustrating. And this year I'm thinking of shutting down the garden in the middle of summer for a good month and just growing in my aquaponics system, like a little bit of food, whatever I can grow there, and shutting down the rest of the garden, and then picking it back up in fall, growing all winter, and growing in the spring. So I'm hoping the aquaponics system will give me the freedom to do that. And then, hey, fish, you guys, I don't know. That's pretty exciting. Okay, we'll see. The tilapia are chilling in this pail waiting for their new home. Okay, we're preparing that spot. That's the one we've chosen. Golf ball. What?
How's it coming?
Okay.
Oh, it looks really good.
Better.
Yeah.
I just needed to go. So we've got our foundation.
Try and keep this aligned as you can. To the top. Good. All the way down with it. Can you get on the back over there and then tuck the... This has to not be getting tucked underneath any of this. Just making sure this spreads out good. That's all. Touch some of the wood there. It's all sticky still. It's dry though, but it just felt sticky. Okay, looks good. It doesn't look like it was broken or anything, so that's good. It's like we're doing something illegal from being at dark.
I know.
Doing good? Set it on top for now. Okay. I guess we need to go ahead and screw these ones in first, and then we'll space out the top and screw that one in. I need 4 more. I think it's good. Some free time I can help you build it. You found it? So this one goes in right here, and then you've got your pipe in here that goes, feeds to the bottom tank. So we'll just put this in here. And I've already got it set up with Teflon tape and O-rings.
And that is when it raises up. It
comes all the way here.
Into that.
And this actually, this you can change how high you want it to come. So
okay,
like
yeah.
if it's too much sun, algae will grow on all the lava rocks.
Okay.
But you can take this out and have the lava rocks above it so the top layer of lava rocks doesn't get wet. So it stays dry and algae won't grow on it. Algae's fine if you like algae, but it takes up some of the nutrients that you want for the plants.
Okay.
Because it uses them to grow. So this is what you can use to change the water level.
Okay.
You can raise it, I don't know, however tall that is.
Yeah.
Inches.
Yeah.
Put that in there and then just wiggle it out if you don't want it to be that high. And that goes over that. And that, you can see the holes at the base of this is what causes the water to drain all the way down, and air doesn't get in there. That's the siphon effect. Air doesn't get in there until the water level goes below this. So you will always have this much water in the tank at all times.
Okay, yeah.
So even if it runs dry, your plants will be okay for a little while just from this much water if they've got deep enough roots.
Okay.
But if they don't have deep enough roots, you're going to want to fill it up. And this goes over it just to keep these holes from clogging up with debris and roots and lava rocks.
Okay.
Just put that over. And you don't want to take this one out because then you'll have to scoop out all the rocks. you want to leave this one in. But this cap you can take off whenever you want.
Okay.
I like looking in there and seeing how many roots have grown, because roots will grow through these little slots.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Otherwise you can't see the roots because they're in the lava rock. Okay, that goes just like that. And then I've got you this water here and temperature monitor. Right now it's 62. You want to keep the fish around 80. 80 is what they grow best at, but they can survive up to like really cold temperatures.
Okay.
And they'll be fine.
Oh, we have that piece.
So this piece comes into the outlet we just set up.
Oh yeah.
Twist it in there good, make sure it's tight. Okay, and then that will send the water just right down into the corner.
Oh yeah, awesome. Wow.
Okay, perfect. One thing I did run into, the bottom of this, if the water level's higher and it just keeps going, it will just keep draining. The siphon won't stop until air comes out sometimes. So if that happens, if you want to fill it up above this, I usually keep the water level right below this. You'd have to cut some holes in this, or just take this off and let it spray down.
Okay.
But air has to be able to get back in there somehow.
Okay, so the water level gets too high. Okay.
So that would go back to the rain issue.
Yeah.
If it's overflowing, then it will just keep flooding.
Yeah, so if the water level...
And if it keeps flooding, then the water level will never come all the way back up, because water is going to be coming out of here and just going straight down the siphon, because it will keep filling it up. But it won't come to the top.
Oh, I see. Water is coming out of here.
Because the siphon has to shut off.
And then draining through here, down into there.
And then the pump that's in the fish tank right now goes in here and pumps it up here, and then it comes back out here to aerate the water.
Oh.
You can get like a water aerator, but it'll take more electric. So I figured why not just use the pump for both.
This is beautiful. How cool.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good in this spot,
I think. You think?
Uh-huh.
I'm always outside the box, so here I go again.
Nice.
It's beautiful. Okay, what's next?
We gotta fill this tank with water. I really hope none of the corners are. Let me see this. We're just gonna examine the corners. Make sure they look good. Because this is the one that broke. See, you can see we put the silicone sealant in that corner.
Oh, yeah.
I think all the rest are still fine. They look fine.
Okay, good.
But if you want, we can seal them anyways, but then we'd have to wait longer to put the fish in.
That's okay.
Okay. But if you notice, like, this is just like, so when it was at my apartment, that back leg right there, water was just draining off of it, and it pooled next to that back corner leg. So if you see any of these stones start pooling on water, then you'll know which corner it is. And it will be it'll be right on the seam where it bent there. That's the flaw in my design. I need to figure out a better way to line these tanks, because creasing it right there makes that a weak point for the pond liner. Okay. So I don't think any of them are broken, but if you see it dripping out, one of those legs are pooling on there, you'll know which corner you gotta fix.
Okay, I'll watch it. Watch for that.
And these ones should be fine. I haven't had any of these leak. But same thing for this one. You'll be able to see it down here dripping. Yeah. And then I've got this whole bottle and a caulk gun. I mean, you got caulk guns in the garage. I usually just squirt some on there and then spread it around with my fingertip and then wash it off with a finger. Okay. And that works good. That's pretty easy. All right. Okay. But you have to take all the lava rock out to do that. Yeah, that's what's the pain. Yeah. And that's what started this whole thing. That gives you an arm workout. Oh, it does? Yeah. Okay, I bet. You can see how much of it is, how heavy those barrels are. Yeah. It's a lot of work. Okay. So what's next? Putting the lava rock in? Yeah, I'm going to screw this on all the way, and then we need to put the rocks in and fill it up with water. And then we can put the fish in the pump in. And then put the fish in. You do have any dechlorinator here? I think so, but Elizabeth does if I don't. Do you have water in your rain barrel? In either of them? We can use that. Yeah, it might be a little stagnant though. Better than chlorine water. Okay. So I have a rain barrel right around the corner. 55, should be full. Oh, it's not full for some reason. Bummer, I wonder if it cracked or something. Oh, or if it's wide open. Let's see.
empty. That is such a bummer. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to look and see if it cracked or something in the storm. Oh well, we're gonna do something else. I was gonna fill the tank with this rainwater, but we'll find another way. So we are gonna try this rain barrel. And this one doesn't have water either because during the storm this one cracked. So I need a new one there. So, but we've got water with that other one. Water from the rain barrel and back. It's gonna take a bit.
So we got the top open right now, no water yet. And we got closed loop system. It's just going up out of the pump and back into the tank. I usually just leave this on a trickle so that it aerates the water a little bit. This one up here, we can open it up and then it will start filling up the top and you'll be able to see the siphon effect when it fills up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not gonna come out yet until you lower this one. So I usually lower it down to about that much so it's just trickling.
Oh, okay.
And now it's all coming out over here.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the planting part. Well, the place where the plants will be.
Yeah, and then you'll fill this up with, you use the big stones first next to this, keep debris from clogging it up.
Okay.
And then you'll fill it all the way up with lava rock.
Okay.
They're too big. Here's the fish.
Oh. You want to just dump the whole bucket in?
Sure. They're splashing.
Just more exciting to catch them, huh?
Yeah, it's more exciting to catch them one by one.
Fun. And the water is freezing cold, but we're heating it up.
61 degrees right now.
Laying down there, right?
Yep, that's the water heater in there.
Okay. Oh, and here's the temperature gauge. It tells me how much, and they like it at 80, right?
Yeah, about 80 if you can get it that high. And actually, I need to crank this up. This, right now it's on half, so you can see the different degree measurements.
Yes.
It says 93. I don't think I've ever gotten water hot at 93. You can just crank it all the way to max and it will heat it up.
So exciting. Let's get some fish in here.
Are you ready?
Well, if we can put them in at 60 degrees.
Yeah. I think they'll be just fine. Because I want to see how big they are. Okay, there's one. Here he goes. To the new tank, the new home. He's going to be moving pretty slow because it's so cold.
Did you get one?
Not yet. They're kind of good at getting away. They do splash you.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that is a big one. There he goes. Swimming at the bottom.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'll just lay that down. It doesn't really stay up. In their new home. Ready for another one?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a big one too.
Yeah,
we tried to get out the big ones to eat, but guess we missed a couple. That's okay. That'll make a lot of food for your plants.
Yes.
See how many more are in here. This is 4.
They're bigger than I thought they would be.
Mm-hmm. Just missed them. There's a small one.
Okay.
There's number 5.
Yeah.
They're fast.
Yeah, I bet.
There's a little guy.
6.
I think you got 7 or 8 in here. There's 2 more.
Okay.
There's a small one.
7.
Get off of there, bud.
Is there one more?
Yeah.
If you can get him. You're good at that.
You can just see their silhouettes in there. There we go. So just one big one is left in there, really.
Yeah, that's
The rest of them are little guys.
so cool.
Yeah. After this water heats up, you can feed them for the first time in their new tank.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of them. Perfect.
And then you put the rocks in?
Oh yeah, let's put the rocks in.
Yeah. I just was gonna make sure this wasn't leaking, was running properly.
Okay, good idea.
Before the siphon works well before we put all the rocks in.
Okay.
So I was gonna check up here, make sure that there's no leaks.
Good.
Looking good. Okay. Exciting. We may need to add this tank of water just so there's enough. See, this takes a lot more water when there's no rocks in it. But when it's filled up with rocks, the water's spread out a lot more and it doesn't use up as much from the bottom tank.
Right, so it might not be enough for the fish once we get it all filled without the rocks. Okay.
Here. And what you can do, like I showed you earlier, to reduce the height of the water, I can get it out. Sometimes it's a little hard to get out.
Oh yeah, take
that off and put it there. And this is just a debris shroud. This is really what the siphon looks at. So actually for the video we can take that off and we can watch the siphon in action.
Okay.
Once it gets up to that point right there, it's getting pretty close. Then it'll start siphoning over. That's the fun part. But you do have to watch out. Every time it goes through this cycle, you lose a couple degrees temperature because it's so aerated and the air is cooler, and it goes back through. So it cools it down. So if your fish get too cold, sometimes you turn off the pump. So the heater doesn't have to work so hard to keep the water warm.
Okay.
So like during the winter, you may do like a PVC pipe and screw it on here and cover it with like cloth.
Yeah, right.
And then cover that and then just turn the pump off. And just make sure your plants aren't getting too wilted.
Okay, but will the fish still get aerated if I turn the pump off?
They'll be okay for like if it's a day freeze or a couple days, they'll be fine.
Okay.
As long as it's not like a week long under 30-degree temperature.
Yeah, and I'll have the okay.
Yeah, we had to pump off for a while and they were fine.
Okay, okay.
And there's a lot less fish in here now also. It's like half the amount of fish I had.
Yeah.
You got 8 and I had probably 16 or 20 of them. So you should be fine with these fish. They should be pretty durable, I think.
Okay.
They look so good in there. Look how blue they are. These are blue tilapia.
Okay.
There's different types of tilapia. Some tilapia are different. Different breeds of tilapia are better for certain temperatures. These ones are pretty mid-range.
Okay.
So they're pretty good for hot temperature and pretty good for cold temperature.
Oh, good. So exciting. All their water.
Oh, the siphon's going off.
Oh, it's starting to siphon.
You'll see right at that line, it starts to go back down, and then you can see it really starts to pick up down here.
I see.
There it is in the corner.
Yeah.
Just pumps out.
Oh, this goes down into the bottom again.
Yep.
Okay. It seems like it's working well.
Yeah, it works good. And then up here you can see, I guess it's running kind of slow, but you can see how low it gets.
Yeah. It's going pretty
It'll go right to those little slots right there, and then it will stop. And the air will come in and break the siphon.
So cool. What a neat system you built.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And this, when it goes through the rocks especially, it helps clean and aerate the water for the fish really well. So they're happy and healthy.
Very cool.
You can see little pieces of debris.
I guess I should show which one you are. Johnny, my engineer. I can't see. It's too dark right there.
Oh, it's about to break the siphon. See, at the bottom, it's still running.
Oh, yeah.
And that helps clean out debris from up here also.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes. And that's the signature noise, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's done. See, it's like perfect water level right there.
Okay.
Right underneath that. But if you wanted to raise the water level some, you could just cut this
Okay.
higher. But if you cut it too high, some will splash out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but also this, you can rotate it any direction you want. I just have it in the corner because you can see most of the fish better that way.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, it's time to add rocks.
All right, let's do this.
And for adding rocks, I'm going to turn the bottom back on so we don't have to worry about too much water up here.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, and then we need that there. Okay.
Do you need
What?
to put this back on or just leave
Oh,
that
I can.
on?
It just is depending on how high you want the water to go. And that you can just set it in there basically.
Okay.
And that will make the siphon, it won't break until, or it won't start until the water level is about 1.5 inches, 2 inches higher.
Okay.
We have to start by using these rocks. We have 2 buckets of lava rocks, and then half of that bucket is lava rocks, and the rocks on top go around the siphon shroud to keep pieces of debris from blocking it.
Okay.
So you use the larger rocks, and then I usually use them along the base here to keep like a pathway of water clear so nothing gets clogged up or blocked.
Okay.
So you'll basically run the large rocks here, surround this shroud, and then fill the rest with lava rocks.
Okay, cool.
And it's a lot more fun than picking them all out.
Yeah, putting them in is a lot more fun than picking them all out, I'll bet. Which is what you did earlier today, huh?
Mm-hmm. I think the fish will really enjoy their new home. Too bad we didn't have to kill them all. We were sad.
Yeah, I bet. How long did you have them for? Or how long have you had them?
Oh, what do you think? 6 months, 8 months?
Okay.
Yeah, since summertime we got them.
So they were pretty little when you first got them.
Yeah, they're like little tiny fry.
Okay.
They were how big were they? About the size of the end of your pinky.
Oh, okay.
And they've grown into about that big. They're about that big now, and they were about the size of the end of your pinky, just little fry when we got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun journey. I'll probably do it again when we have a house, but in an apartment it's too hard.
Okay. Well, I will enjoy it in the meantime.
That's good.
Grow fun things in it.
Yeah. I also thought when I was having my trouble with the leak this morning, I was like, we didn't even have any plants to put in it because we forgot to get them while we were here, so we didn't have any plants to put inside of it. And I thought, my mom always has plants to put in it.
Yes.
So it's just being wasted without growing anything. The fish were just in there without the plants, and so I figured might as well bring it over here where you can use it to its full potential.
Yeah, and you can just harvest when you come to visit.
Yeah. And we can cook some fish up when they get big enough.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Have a little fish fry.
We'll see. I'll have to let you know how they taste. We've got about, what, 8 of them in the freezer? 5 in the freezer.
Okay, cool.
So, they're not huge. So, I don't know how we're going to cook them, if we're going to fillet them or if we're going to just fry them in a pan. But I'll let you know how they taste.
Yeah.
And these rocks also just kind of hold this in place.
Okay.
So it doesn't fall over and move around too much. But it's nothing super scientific.
That's it.
That's the last of them.
Okay, now lava rocks.
Okay, next bucket. Oh, this one's heavy. Finally have your pickle buckets back.
Okay. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Yep. you spread those out, Jackie? All of them.
So cool.
You need more on that end. And they'll settle in some more as the water cycles through and as you plant in them. And basically to plant in them, you just...
That's what I was just going to ask. Do I rinse it off the roots a little bit, or just have a little bit of dirt?
If you're lazy, you can leave the dirt. It won't really do much, but usually you rinse off the dirt. Just get the roots as clean as you can. Take a hole for them and then just bury them back in.
Okay.
And I've actually thought about breaking these up or getting some smaller rocks. Because these seem a little bit big, especially for like little like sapling plants.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah.
We've grown some small
clay balls. Some people do clay balls, but they're very expensive.
A lot of people, what they'll do actually is they'll do clay balls and then they'll do the top layer, or they'll do gravel or lava rock for most of it, and then the top for planting they'll do the clay balls.
Oh, that's smart.
Because it's a lot easier to work with on your hands.
Oh yeah, maybe I could get just enough to do the first couple inches.
So you could take out the last bucket and then do clay balls instead.
Okay, I might do that.
I think it's called hydrophoton.
Okay.
Something like that.
Alright, I might do that.
The white one's ours. The rest are my mom's.
Look at that. How cool is that, you guys?
Okay.
Thank you, Johnny.
It looks so good.
And Jasmine.
Yeah, all these red buckets are yours, Mom.
I'll come and look at it in the morning again also. Okay, thanks. Whew.
Good day's work.
Yes, homestead victory for sure.
Okay, time to turn the top on. And you can turn this full off if you want, or you can leave it trickle in. It's probably enough aeration with it going through the top and then siphoning out, but I like to give them just a little bit of excitement with that.
Okay.
And if you want, you can put some rocks and stuff for them to hide in down there.
Okay.
I never did. I don't think they really need it, but it's up to you.
Okay. I don't think so.
Yeah, it looks good now, but it looks really good when you have plants overflowing out of it.
Yeah, I bet, like over the edge. Yeah. How
and
cool.
if sometimes debris will fill up over here, or you'll notice it's getting kind of dirty, and then you put the earthworms or redworms in it.
Oh, okay.
And they'll swim around in there and break up all the debris and the fish waste.
Oh, really?
Because your plants
intriguing.
always can't always break it all down by themselves. They get whatever they need, but sometimes there's more.
Okay.
At least with the amount of fish I had, there was more than the plants could use. But
okay, yeah, I would love to put red wigglers up there. Okay. Cool.
But it looks really great right here.
Yeah.
Looks better than it did on the balcony.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I think it does look good here.
On the balcony, it looked kind of out of place.
Yeah?
Yeah. We need to put the hoses behind it now.
Oh, yeah.
So this is still just a little trickle.
Okay, from the rain barrel?
Yep.
Hose stuff. But the long hose from the back of the house.
I was telling you earlier, the idea I had, well, I saw it online. You'll notice this water level gets really low as the top fills up.
Yes.
And so that's what the sump tank is for. The sump tank it's a tank of water you put next to it. It can be one of those blue barrels.
Oh,
and it
I
has
see
a pump
what you're
in
saying.
It, and it pumps water into here as this goes down, so that the tank with the fish in it stays at the same water level, and the sump tank goes up and down.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then you can just come over here and just dump water in your sump tank, or you can have your sump tank be a rain barrel. That'd be even better.
Right, yeah.
So there's tons of stuff that you could do to optimize it that I couldn't do in an apartment setting.
Okay, yeah.
And then you do the swirl filter. So I thought about using one of these as a swirl filter. Basically, you have a pump that comes into it, and it goes out at an angle this way, like a right angle like that, and then another one go the other way. So it naturally swirls the water.
Oh, I see.
And it
separates
all of the clean water from the debris.
Oh,
and then you just separate that and take it out. Some people will put a spigot on the bottom so they can turn it on, and then they'll just dump it out like that, or they'll even run it to their plants because it's good fertilizer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is a perfect spot for it to do that, because you could connect one of these hoses to your sump water, run it to one of your beds, and then just dump
yeah.
the fish, the debris.
Yeah, maybe
there.
this summer we'll add some
would be a
stuff
lot
to
of
it.
fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And that would only cost you like one of those red barrels right here, and then like a blue barrel, and you just have to move one of these bushes. It wouldn't take up too much space.
Okay, yeah.
And what I've also seen a lot of people do is they'll get like these bamboo sheets, and they'll wrap them on it so it looks a little more natural. It doesn't just look like a chemical barrel.
Yes, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, we'll come and look at it in the morning. Hey you guys, I will show you how the aquaponics system looks in the light, and we'll feed our fish in just a minute. But we had a very exciting night last night. Let me explain. Apparently when we pulled on these hoses that lead to the garden, different parts of the property, which are my lifeline, we broke this pipe, which had been repaired before. Me and my husband had repaired it before. It goes to the spigot outside. So it flooded everywhere, particularly in my daughter's room. So we got it all cleaned up and have the fans going. A plumber is coming, but oh my goodness, the excitement. It's almost too much for me. I had no idea how much to feed 8 tilapia, but here we go. I'll have to read up on it. My son gave me a whole chart. Oh, there they come. There's lots of reflections for you guys. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see anything. Oh, there. Ooh, that's better. Oh, now I can see you. Cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, and there it goes. Wow! I cannot believe I have an aquaponics system. And look, you guys, it's filling up. And I don't want to miss the larger miracle. That is, my son, John, is interested, all grown up, and interested in growing things in his engineering, complicated sort of way, which is so awesome. Thank you, Lord. Okay, I'm in aquaponics now. But meanwhile, the water is turned off to our house, so we're not having a very smooth morning. But it's okay, we went and bought some water. It's all right, we've got a basin to wash in. We're good, we're good. The plumber's coming, so it'll all be good. And my heart is smiling because my son loves gardening, growing things, and I'm into aquaponics now. Bye, you guys.